I hope you and your families are all doing well in these trying times of COVID. Hello, everybody. I'm going to shortly join Mr. Ruzbeh Bharucha on this live session. We are focusing on how spirituality will help us during these trying times of COVID. I hope we all can take benefits by asking our questions and taking advantage of his spiritual experiences and his growth.
Good afternoon, sir. Hello, my Insta family. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Ruzbeh Bharucha, sir. Very well, sir. Can you hear me fine? Sir, can you hear me fine? Okay, great, fantastic. My Insta family, please join me in welcoming Mr. Ruzbeh Bharucha. Great, sir. Popularly known as the channeler of Shri Sai Baba, he is the 110th Guru and has written many articles on the speaking tree. He is also the author of the famous quadrilogy, The Fakir. He is a renowned author of 20 known publishings. He is my guide and my philosopher also on my spiritual journey. How he has helped me focus, stay calm in these current times and be hopeful has been very helpful for me. So I thought I'll invite Sir on my Insta Live so that my Insta family can take advantage of his knowledge and benefits. And Sir, if you could just share about your spiritual journey and what was your inspiration and how your spiritual journey has been, especially during COVID times.
Okay. First of all, Jai Baba, I hope everyone can hear me. Yeah. See, at this particular point, I think it is more important that we talk about the times that we are going through at the moment. We talk about how we can face the situation around us as calmly and as bravely as possible. My spiritual journey started around 25 years ago. And I think, like all spiritual journeys, it starts when the master wants it to start. It doesn't start with the devotee or the disciple. It starts because the master wants the journey to start. And my spiritual journey has begun in that fashion. I basically do spiritual counseling and healing. And I would like to believe that Sai Baba of Shirdi comes through me. And it's been 23 years where I've been doing channeling and counseling. So the first thing that I think we need to focus on is a lot of people are breaking down because of COVID and because of the helplessness that is going on. A lot of people are breaking down. Let's not get into the why of the situation. Let's not get into the government's role or the government's lack of role. Let's just talk about how we can go through this entire chaos and tragedy with as much as dignity as possible. Okay?
Yes, sir. So, what are the benefits of spirituality and how will you define life with or without spirituality, sir?
See, I think the benefit of spirituality is very simple. True spirituality makes you understand that no matter what happens in your life, your goddess, God, Guru knows best.
So many people get confused between spirituality and religion.
I'll come to that. I'll come to that. Let's talk about spirituality. You're asking me the advantages of being spiritual. Number one, being spiritual is a natural state. Okay? It is actually a natural state. When we move away from the natural state, we move away from our true core. Spirituality, the real meaning of spirituality means operating from the spirit within you. That is the meaning of spirituality. It means you know you are not the physical body, but you are the energy in the body. And when you operate from the spirit within you, in ancient times, that was considered to be spiritual. Nowadays, we confuse spirituality with prayers and rituals and everything, but the real meaning of spirituality is to operate from the spirit within you. And when you operate from the spirit within you, you realize that there is only oneness that is there. There is no duality. Okay?
Yes, sir.
When you are spiritual, you leave everything to your goddess, God Guru. Which means you are going to give your best and leave the rest to the wisdom of your master, your goddess and God.
True, sir. Very true.
That is real spirituality. Now, but what is happening? Why are so many people crumbling now? At this moment, why are so many people crumbling? Is because they feel that God has abandoned them. So many people write to me, call me up, message me saying that I pray to Baba, I pray to the goddess. I've lost my child, I've lost my husband, I've lost my wife, I've lost my parents. They have betrayed me. That is what the feedback I'm getting from so many people is, my goddess, God Guru has betrayed me. I have prayed to them, I have done charity in their name, I have always done puja part, I have done everything, and when I needed them most, they have betrayed me. Now what happens is, when your faith is conditional, you will feel that God, Goddess, Guru has let you down. But when your faith is that my master knows best, whatever happens to me, my master knows best, then your faith can never be broken, because no matter what you go through with complete realization that my master knows what is best for me and my family. Okay? Sai Baba of Shirdi so often has said in the Sat Charitra that there is something called karma and the laws of karma. And nobody can manipulate their ways through this law. Even Lord Rama had to go through his own karma. So what I'm trying to say is, if your faith is that, I have full faith.
Yes, sir. Welcome back, sir.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Much better, sir. Much better. Yes, sir. Perfect.
Okay, so I'll just repeat a few things that I've said. The first thing about spirituality is knowing that your Goddess, God, Guru knows best what is for you. Okay? You got to give your best and then leave the rest to them. Whatever is going on in our country now is heartbreaking. But we need to operate from our calmness. We need to operate from our strength, which is, what can we do to help those in need?
True.
Can we provide money? Can we provide support? Can we, if we can't provide anything, at least can we provide the right information out? I have known so many people who have died in a span of 2 weeks. And I believe that all we can do is not spread further chaos and negativity, but rather do what we can in whatever way we can. And if you can't do anything, at least pray for those people. Spirituality means operating from the spirit. It means oneness. It means having the right priorities in life. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Very loud and clear,
Yeah.
sir.
Spirituality means understanding that this body is going to decay and die sometime. But I, as the spirit, shall continue. The more emphasis you give the spirit within you, the more you become fearless, the more you become compassionate, the more you're filled with empathy for everyone around you. But the more you give your body attention, then you start focusing on the external things rather than the permanent things. Religion is basically adhering to a particular philosophy of the prophet. Okay? That is why Hinduism is not a religion. Because Hinduism does not have a prophet. The Sanatana Dharma is a way of life. Whereas the other religions who have followed the preachings of a prophet have a particular subscribed book which they follow. The Holy Quran, the Avesta, the Bible. There are rituals in religion. Whereas in spirituality, there are no rituals. In spirituality, what is most important? You be a decent human being. You be a more compassionate human being. You be a kind human being. It does not matter whether you light a diya, agarbatti, go to a temple, go to a mosque, go to a church. It does not matter. Spirituality means oneness, it means sharing, it means compassion, it means love. It has no agendas, it has got no rules and regulations. Eat this, don't eat that, do this, don't do that. It's got nothing. It's got nothing.
True.
Like if you take the foundation of my religion, Zoroastrianism. The foundation of Zoroastrianism is good thoughts, good words, good deeds. And Lord Zarathustra says, anything that comes outside this triangle is wrong. Anything that comes inside this triangle is right. The problem with religion is being manipulated to divide people. Spirituality creates oneness, religion is creating duality. And that is why so many people are moving away from religion.
True.
Now, during this time when we are going through so much of chaos and turmoil, it is spirituality that is going to stand you ground, not religion. Because religion tells you, say these prayers, everything will be all right. Which is not true. Everything is not going to be all right. I have known of people who have lost their 7-year-old child. How can everything be all right for those family? And they've prayed and they've performed pujas and they've gone on pilgrimages. And now they're asking me, where did we go wrong? Why has your God and Baba forsaken us. But there is a time and place for everything. Karma is beyond everybody. We need to understand this, that karma is beyond everything.
True.
But those people
100%.
who have been spiritual, those people who have been spiritual are facing the situation more calmly, more gracefully, because they know that their master knows best.
True.
I have a friend who lost his very young daughter, and he has taken it so gracefully. And he told me that day, Ruzbeh, Baba knows best. Okay?
True,
So,
sir.
true spirituality is going to make you stronger, calmer, more centered. No matter all the shit going on around you, no matter all the fire blazing around you, you will stand calm. And we need to understand it during this period. Otherwise, what's going to happen is you are going to get pissed off with your goddess, God, Guru. You're going to stop praying to them. You're going to stop doing everything that you did. All we can do during this time is to spread light, not spread darkness. Let's spread compassion, do whatever we can for those who need us. That is what we can do. And that is what we need to do.
True, sir. So one of our family Insta fam has asked a question: Is it okay to be disappointed in God?
This is what I'm trying to tell you. You will be disappointed if your memorandum of agenda with God was based on conditions. Listen to me. God has got nothing to do with COVID. Okay? You need to understand this very clearly, that God has got no role to do with disaster and plagues and COVID or anything of that sort. You also need to understand that destiny supersedes everything. The only way one can truly live with a sense of calmness with everything around is by giving our best and then leaving the rest to the wisdom of the Creator. You know, in 1918, when there was a plague, 40 million people died. Okay? Those people who stood in the centeredness that, you know what, I have no idea what is going on, why it is going on, but I shall do all that which is possible in my capacity to spread light. They are the ones who continue to grow spiritually. They are the ones who continue to grow spiritually. If you have an agenda with your goddess, God, Guru, you are going to be disappointed. This is what I'm trying to tell you. That God, I've said my prayers. God, I've been a good man. God, I've done charity. And why have you let something happen to me? That's what's going to happen. What I'm trying to tell you, Ritika, is, are you spiritual because you love God, Goddess, Guru, or are you spiritual because you want something from them? If you want something from them, the problem is you're going to land up disappointed because you're not going to all the time get things what you want. See,
True.
either you believe there is no God, okay? Or you believe there is a just God, a fair God, okay? If you believe there is a just God, then the laws of karma work. Okay? If you believe there is a fair God, then the laws of karma have to work because God cannot be partial to one and impartial to another.
True.
So either you don't believe in God, say all this is bullshit, then fine, everything is fine. But if you believe in God, then the laws of karma have to work because you cannot have an impartial God.
True.
And if the laws of karma work, then I will reap the benefits of my good karma and I will pay the price of my wrong karma.
Very well said, sir. Yes, sir.
And there is an opportune time for me to reap benefits or pay the price.
True, sir.
And that time, nobody can change. The guru can change the intensity of that time, but the guru cannot change that time.
The destiny cannot be changed of the karmas.
Instead of you carrying 1,000 kilos at one time, the guru can make you carry 20 kilos at one time. But you are going to carry that weight.
True.
Now, people don't seem to understand this. Their logic is, I have done nothing wrong. Agreed, you have done nothing wrong, but I do not know your past history. That your goddess, God, Guru, and the laws of karma know.
So your spirituality basically, RB, is like your belief in your guru is basically like carrying an umbrella in the rain. It doesn't guarantee that you will not get wet 100%, but it will give you a certain protection. That's what we are trying to say here, sir?
I don't know. Sometimes the umbrella is just blown away. Listen, I'm being very clear with you. If you have even 1% conditional faith with your master, you are going to repent deeply. Spirituality means, okay, I'll give you an example. Let's say Sai Baba of Shirdi comes into the dreams of all his devotees and tells all his devotees, from now onwards, I cannot help you. I will love you, but I cannot help you. That portfolio of helping you has been taken away from me. I want to know how many of us will continue praying to Sai Baba. I want to know how many of us will go to Shirdi. Am I praying to Baba because I love Baba, or am I praying to Baba because there are conditions attached? Spirituality makes you ask these questions. Do you love Baba, or do you need Baba to do things for you? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
What I'm trying to say is, look at us human beings. We know we are going to die, right? We all know this body is going to die. But look at the way we lead our lives. It's as though we are going to take all our money, all our name, all our fame, all our contacts with us. So I think mankind is basically programmed with self-destruction. We are programmed with self-destruction because we always move away from the light and we move into the darkness. So, listen, my heart bleeds for what's going on. You have no idea. I'm getting into depression for what's going on. I'm seeing so many close people of mine, their loved ones dying, and I can't do anything. But to blame God, to blame your master, I think that is not the right way of going. As I told you, we need to step up. How can we help? Is there any way you and I can help somebody in need? At this point, we need to do that. We can question the government and we can question our faith later on.
True.
Now is the time to go and help our people.
True. So we have a question, Arvi sir. Is it important to pray to an idol or a god? Or can we pray to the universe?
I believe you should pray to whatever you feel most connected to. It does not matter who you are praying to. It does not matter how you are praying. Do it with love, do it with complete focus, and do it selflessly. Don't have a fucking agenda. My problem is that we all have too many agendas.
True. Difficult to, but we need to get detached from those agendas.
Yes. Only then can we really say that, yes, we truly love our goddess for good. Otherwise, they are only agendas. The funny part is, more people have been killed in the name of God than they have been killed in the name of the devil.
True, true.
Are you trying to tell me that if the so-called gurus of today, if they were to come together, if they were to pool their resources together, do you know where our country would be now? All these famous gurus, where are they? Why aren't they there now? You've got the money, you've got thousands of crores. Damn it, your country needs you. Forget the country, your followers need you.
True, true.
So I don't know. I think this whole religion and everything has become a bloody joke.
Are we in these times of crisis? I believe that a spiritual journey can be started at any age, any stage of your life. How do you advise one should start a spiritual journey during these times of crisis and have mindfulness and manifest to a life that they desire?
See, I'll tell you what. It is never late. It is never late to start. First of all, what is the other name for spirituality? The other name for spirituality is compassion and kindness. I think if you're compassionate and kind, you are already walking the spiritual path. Okay?
True.
And I believe we have a lot of compassionate and kind human beings. Take the women in our country, the poor women in our country. They strive the whole day, either taking care of their family or going out and working, then coming back in the night and again doing the dharma. And they go about it, doing it with grace and dignity. They may not have time to pray, but I believe they are more spiritual than most people who are spending time in, prayers and kundalini and all that stuff. So I believe many people are far more spiritual than they realize by being just decent human beings. And there is never a wrong time to become a decent human being. Because if you are a decent human being, you are automatically spiritual. Trust me. Whether you're following a goddess, god, guru, it does not matter. It does not matter. I think that is what spirituality is about. It does not have name tags. It's not a cult. It is who you are living by example. That is spirituality. Yeah, tell me.
Sir, also, do you think in these crisis times, do you think journaling, affirmations can help maintain calm and focus and positive vibes around ourselves and heal the world? If you could state some examples.
Yeah. I'll give you an example. I was in a boarding school, and if we decided to make a teacher fall ill, we had a particular way of going about it. As soon as the day would start, one of us would go and wish the teacher good morning, and then ask the teacher, "Sir, you don't look well, are you all right?" Then 5 minutes later, another student would go and say the same thing. "Sir, you're not looking well, are you all right?" By afternoon time, that teacher was ill.
Because that's the energy the students gave.
Yeah. So when you give yourself certain energy, after a point, you start living that energy.
True.
So if you tell yourself, all is well, I am going to calmly go through it. And if you keep saying this affirmation and make it like a mantra, a day will come when you will be going through the worst shit possible and you will calmly go through it.
True.
But if you give the affirmation that, oh God, everything is ruined, then trust me, everything will get ruined because you will ruin it.
Do you think journaling your thoughts will also help us in the affirmation process, sir?
See, journaling, how does it help is, it shows you the mirror of how you have gone through the day. Actually, the process of journaling started that way. It started by wise people to go through their day and find out, where have I slipped? Where have I gone wrong? Where do I need to focus on? Who do I need to be careful of? So journaling is good if you treat it as a mirror and if you don't bullshit yourself. Let's say, Ritika, you're writing a journal every day about the day. And you start avoiding writing things where you have slipped up. Then what is the use of the journal? It's not going to help you. But if you are honest and say, yeah, today I spoke to Ramesh and I was brutally rude to him. Then when you read it back, you say, oh God, I shouldn't have done this.
So one needs to be very true and 100% transparent in your journal for improvement in your next day coming.
Yes.
Yes, sir. So if you could give 2, 3 tips to the audience how to stay calm and focused during these COVID times and how to spread positive energy around their loved ones and protect them with that aura.
Okay. So number one, you need to understand that if you are not calm, you are not going to operate giving your 100% to a situation. You need to understand. If you are going to panic, not only are you going to make yourself fall ill, but you are going to spread that energy to your loved ones also.
True, true.
If you are calm, you are going to increase your immunity and spread that calmness and increase the immunity of your loved ones.
Yes, sir. Totally agree.
Number two, if you are calm and let's say an emergency arises, you will be able to handle it to the best of your ability.
True.
But if you are not calm, you're going to panic, you're going to make mistakes. Okay? Understand that calmness is not a choice. Calmness is mandatory, especially during these times.
True.
Because if you are calm, your mental faculties are very sharp. You'll be able to take steps which is for the best of everyone around. So if you are going to war, you need to carry the right weapons.
True.
In this war, calmness is the right weapon. It is mandatory to be calm. It is mandatory. Okay? When you keep telling
Yes, sir.
yourself that if I'm not calm, I am going to become a liability to myself and my loved ones, automatically you will start calming down.
Yes, sir.
When you are calm, your breathing is very, very even, harmonious. The right oxygen is going to your nervous system. Your body is getting prana. I don't think we have an option. We need to be calm. It's a must.
True, sir. So
And
we
if
have
you're,
a, yeah, sorry. Go ahead, sir.
and if you're spiritual, with the philosophy that my goddess God Guru knows best, then automatically you're going to be calm because there's nothing to be rattled about.
True.
Yeah, what were you saying?
So one of our viewers, Shivam, has asked you a question. If I have lost myself, and how can I find myself back?
Every day, every few hours, sit down calmly and focus on your breath, your inhalation and exhalation. If a thought comes to you, don't encourage it, don't fight it, just come back to your breath.
True.
Every few hours, sit down for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. You will slowly start getting centered and come back to yourself. It is the easiest and the cheapest way of doing it. It does not require a mantra. It does not require a ritual. It requires nothing. Your breath, which carries prana, is your greatest guru. Because prana is the life force. The life force comes from the goddess, primordial goddess.
Yeah.
When you are in meditation, when you are breathing, when you are calm, automatically you are connecting with the highest source. So everything is going to be all right. You will reconnect with yourself.
So in continuation, there's another question one of our audience members asked, how can I, in this current situation, how can I stop myself from having negative thoughts or, negative energies around myself?
Very simple, just very simple. When a thought comes to you, don't encourage it. Don't nurture it. You either come back to the moment, either you come back to your breath, or you come back to your chant, whatever chant it may be. Okay? It could just be, I am fine, I am fine, I am fine. It's all right. If you don't believe in mantras and all, just all is well, I am fine, sab theek hai. Good enough chants. But most important, don't encourage the thought. That is important. See, I'll give you an example. If I put burning coal on your palm, what will you do, Ritika?
I just shed it off from my hand instantly.
Right? Or will you nurture it?
Get rid of it as soon as possible.
That is what your thoughts are. They are burning fire. You don't nurture burning fire, you chuck it away. Second thing, don't initiate negative thinking. See, one is thoughts, the other is, oh, everything is bad, everything is horrible, we are gone, we are doomed. What are you doing? You are drawing negative energy into you. Don't do that.
True, sir. So one of the audience members have asked a question, and our condolences to the family. They've lost their loved ones in the family. How to deal with that pain?
See, first of all, I don't think any words can balm their pain. I don't think so. First and foremost, grieving is a natural process. So don't fight the grieving. Okay? You do not fight the grieving, but try and infuse yourself with thoughts of happy memories with the loved one. Second, understand that this body has come to go. From the day we are born, we are slowly dying. It's not the other way around. And whether we like it or not, we are going to lose all our loved ones, and we ourselves are going to, one day our body is going to die. It is inevitable. When you hold on to the happy memories of the one who has passed away, when you hold on, when you nurture to the happy memories that who have passed away, the grieving slowly becomes more of, it resides, and a certain nostalgia comes into you, a certain warmth comes into you. Also, if you want to feel the presence of those who have departed, You can start feeling the presence of those who have departed when you start calming down, not when you are agitated. I have a lot of people who write to me that, so and so has passed away. I want to communicate with that person. And I always tell those people, first thing is you calm down, so that that person can communicate with you. You are not going to communicate. That person is going to communicate. Another very important thing is, all the spiritual masters have said this, that when you grieve, overtly grieve, you are causing pain to the spirit that has moved on. So it is not good for the spirit's journey ahead. But as I said, losing a loved one is, these are just words. Eventually, you have to live through them. Like we all have lived through losing our loved ones. Just don't make the mistake of blaming the goddess God Guru. That's all I'm saying. They have had no role in this. They have had no role in this. Call it destiny. Call it that this is unfair. Call it bad luck. Call it whatever you want. But don't blame your master. All of us have to go someday. Okay? And that's the reality of life. There is a Buddhist tribe. When they wake up in the morning, the first thing that they do is they imagine their death ceremony. They imagine their death ceremony. Every morning, that's the first thing that they do. Why? To remind them that today could be my last day, and to remind them that it could be the last day of my loved ones also. To remind them what their priority in life is, because it could be my last day today. But what is happening is we are moving away from life reality. We are moving away from the reality of life. We are listening to people who are trying to say that spirituality is like Maggie 2-minute noodles. It's not. True spirituality is a pain in the ass. But that is the right way of going about. It's not that we don't fall. It's not that we don't have flaws. It's not that we don't have weaknesses. But if you are truly spiritual, you will try and better yourself. That is all. That is the difference. That is the difference.
Sir, we have somebody in the audience asking us, how do we get rid of attachments?
Okay. First of all, if your priority is not your goddess God Guru, if your priority is not being the best version of yourself, then it's going to be very difficult to get over attachments. You need to have that right kind of priority. First of all, if it's an attachment to another human being, you need to understand that death is inevitable. That's the first reality you have to accept. If it is an attachment to a particular thing, that attachment is standing, if it is standing between you and your own growth, that attachment is not attachment, it is sinking sand. And third thing, Ritika, what do we take with us when we drop the body? We only take our karma with us. When that understanding comes into your head, a lot of attachment starts falling off. I have lost loved ones. Did I accompany them after they left their body? No. I am here talking to you. Which means when I drop my body, apart from my karma and my guru, nobody is accompanying me. I am going alone in the journey. So then you start asking yourself, attachment to whom? For what? There is a difference between love and attachment. Love is giving. Attachment means holding. Okay? So I'm not telling you don't love. I'm just telling you don't hold on.
Very difficult but true, sir. Very difficult but true.
I told you spirituality is a pain in the ass. It's not easy.
So I'm going to club two questions together. There are two of our audience members that have they've asked this. They've asked that is it correct to communicate with the souls that have departed away, and is there life after death, and is there a rebirth?
Okay. Let's start off with the concept of rebirth. Once again, if you don't believe in God, then the concept of rebirth is rubbish. Okay? But if you believe in God, then the concept of rebirth is inevitable. Why? Because as I said, God is just. And I have to go through my good karma and bad karma. I have to take rebirth again for that. So yes, rebirth is the only logical explanation for the existence of God. Because if rebirth and karma were not there, then I wouldn't believe in God. Okay? So that's number one. Number two, is it good to communicate with spirits? I want to make it very clear. That if a spirit does not want to communicate with you, you can do all the dance. You are not going to be communicating with that spirit. Yes, you might communicate with another spirit who is in disguise of the spirit you think you are communicating it. That is a difference. That is why in ancient times, they did not encourage spirit communication. Because the chances of getting a wrong number are very high. And if that spirit is stronger than you, then slowly, the spirit's aura can influence you to lead a life that the spirit wants to be led. Sometimes it even leads to possession. Okay, so I wouldn't recommend communicating with general relatives at all. The best way of communicating with spirits is every night or take one part of the day for 10 minutes. Let's say you lost your loved one and you pray to that loved one to come and communicate.
So is it right to do that? Will it be paining the spirit that has departed?
No. If the spirit does not want to come, if the spirit cannot come for whatever reason, it will not come. I feel the safest way of doing it is before you go to sleep, pray to your master that I would like so-and-so to visit me in my dreams. Do it with a lot of intensity. After a few weeks, you'll be surprised your relative will come to you in your dreams. I think that is the safest way of going about it.
Sir, a question just passed by. They were asking how to communicate with our guru, and do we find our guru or the guru finds us? The followers.
The guru finds you very clearly. The guru finds you. Okay. The rapport, the guru, the love the guru has for you will make sure that you're pulled towards the guru. I don't know how many true gurus are going around now, so I cannot answer about the present day time. But at least when the ancient gurus were, they found you. Nowadays, the gurus find you through social media. Yeah.
True, sir.
Yeah. They do such intensive marketing that they find you.
True, sir. Sir, there's a question that is there a rebirth, then the spirit works to another body?
Pardon me? Is there
a rebirth and the body spirit takes another body? I mean, I think we've answered. We've answered that one, yes, sir. Yeah. That yes, there is a rebirth till the time the spirit does not reach moksha.
Yeah.
Right, sir.
Yeah.
So, how do we find a purpose for life? There's another question from our audience.
The purpose for life is found when you ask yourself repeatedly, what is your priority in life? And you are very, very honest about that priority. Where there is no bullshit. Let's say Sai Baba of Shirdi comes in front of you, or whoever you worship comes in front of you. Okay? And says, okay, Ritika, I am going to grant you one wish. For the rest of eternity, don't ask me anything again. But I will grant you this one wish. What is the wish you would ask? So,
yeah.
So you think about it. You think, what would I ask? What would I ask? What would I ask? I can't ask for the rest of eternity. What would I ask? And slowly, slowly, you will come to that conclusion. Okay, yeah, this is my priority. There's nothing wrong if you ask for money. That's all right. So the second thing is, what are you doing about it? If you want money, what are you doing about it? If you want peace, what are you doing about it? If you want your master, what are you doing about it? And if you're brutally honest to yourself, no bullshitting taking place, you will sort things out. You will sort things out.
True. So we have another question where they ask that how to strengthen our relationship with our guru/master.
The best way of strengthening your relationship with your guru is to try and live a life where you make him happy and proud of you all the time. It's difficult. We all fail in that. When you start imagining that your guru is standing next to you, your actions, thoughts, words, deeds, everything changes. So very importantly, if you start believing that my guru has his or her eyes on me, nazar on me, whole time, then no, your connect with your guru changes. Also, it's important, rather than just praying to your guru, to love your guru. You know, we are missing out that love factor nowadays. Devotion factor may be rising, but the love factor is failing.
True.
So I think you know, if you truly love your master, then automatically your closeness to the master is going to be very intimate. It's going to be very intimate. But there should not be a business deal with your master. That is what I'm trying to say. The dhanda factor, the dhanda quotient shouldn't be. You got to love your master selflessly.
And believe that he's going to be there for you, sir. Also, that belief has to be unconditional and unmovable.
It is unconditional belief that whatever happens to me, my master is there with me. It's okay.
True, true.
See, you read books where the master's words have been put down on paper. And every master will say, if you take one step towards me, I'll take 100 steps towards you. Okay? In the Fakir, I've written this particular sentence, that darkness does not come because the sun has moved away. Darkness comes because the earth has shown its back to the sun. Night does not fall because the sun has moved away. Night falls because that part of the earth has shown its back to the sun. The master is like the sun, never moving, constant, there. You want to be filled with his or her energy, you move towards him. Don't show your back to him. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
When we show our back to the master, then the problem starts. Because when you show your back to the master, you start moving away from your master. That is when the problem starts.
So I'll club two questions which are interconnected. One is, how will I know who my master is, and how will I find my master?
Okay. First of all, who are you attached to internally? What I always say, what I always tell people is, don't go in search of your master. You don't need to. You don't need to. The more you meditate on your breath, the master will reveal himself or herself to you. Okay? See, today's times are very confusing. There's too much of stuff going on social media. Whoever is great in self-promotion, that person's thobda is all over. And you'll end up getting influence. And then you say, oh, I think this is my master. How will you know, or how will you be sure that this guy is not my master or my master? You have no idea. How can you be certain that you have not been influenced by this master's social promotion skills? So the best thing to do is forget all that. Start meditating on your breath. The Shastras say the primordial master resides within you. So you dive into the primordial master. Then if the cosmos feels you require a guide, a guru in the living form, then it will make the right kind of adjustments to get it to you. See, You know, nowadays we treat the word guru very lightly. Everybody has become a guru now. A guru is one who is in control of his past, present, of his planets. And a perfect master is one who is in control of the Brahman. I don't know where these people are now. I don't know. And if they are in hiding. So don't be very quick in saying, this is my guru. Spend some time. If that person has, written books, if that person has done something, dive into it, understand. Is this the master who has got everything in control? So for me, if you ask me how to get your guru, meditate. The guru will come.
True. Thank you, RP. There's another question. How do we change our karmas or alter the effect of our karmas?
How do you change your karmas? I don't know. Okay, listen. So, there are ways of lightening or lessening the impact of karmas. I will not say you can change your karmas. Okay? You can create new karmas which are good. That will help you in the long run. Now, the sages say that there are 3-4 ways where you can have an impact on your.
Sir, we lost you in between.
Yeah, you can hear me, right?
Better now, yes, sir, thank you.
So the sages say that there are 3-4 ways where you can have an impact on your karma. Number one is with intense meditation. With intense meditation, the Kundalini generates heat, which burns slowly the karma that is in your auric body. Okay?
So your voice, I'm so sorry, your voice is lagging again.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So the ancient rishis say that with intense meditation, you create heat, Shakti, that slowly burns the karma which is there in your auric body. So they recommend intense tapasya. But that is intense. Huh? That is intense.
How do you define intense, sir?
Where you're spending a number of hours every day. And where you're completely one in your meditation. Okay?
Sir, we are losing you again.
Where did you hear me last?
Sir, where you said that a number of hours in meditation means intense.
Yeah. The more you meditate, the more heat is generated, which slowly starts burning the karma which is accumulated in your auric body. That is why a lot of people go away to the Himalayas to do tapasya.
Okay.
Because they have understood their karma is going to bog them down. So they require intensive tapasya. Okay?
True, sir.
Lord
Yeah,
Mahavir. He knew that he was carrying karma. And he knew the only way of burning away the karma was through tapasya or through suffering. So what he did was, he created suffering where he lived a life of suffering for years. When it was scorching hot, he would go and meditate in the sun. He would not meditate in the shade. Then he started fasting, tremendous fasting. And he did it for years and years till he realized that, okay, now I have shed all my karma. So that's number one. Number two is through intense prayers. Number three is your karmas are low, your bad karmas are high, your good karmas are low. So to increase the good karma, which negates the bad karma, via charity, via helping people, via doing a lot of good deeds and spreading the light. But the problem, Ritika, is that we do not know how much karma we are carrying.
True.
We do not know how intense the weight is. Maybe all our efforts might not yet
Bring the bad karma down and the good karmas up.
Yes.
True.
So my logic is, you do your best and then leave the rest to the will of your master.
So what is the balanced way of doing it?
What is the
balanced way of doing it?
The balanced way of doing it is, be a decent human being. Spend a little time in prayer and meditation. Help as many people as you can. Spread light as much as you can. And then leave the rest to your master. Then leave the rest to your master.
Yeah. So our audience wants you to share more and throw light more on meditation per se as a topic.
Okay. See. Okay, listen to me. It's this way. What I feel is the most sensible way of meditation. What I feel is the most sensible way of meditation is, number one, whatever you are doing, be with the moment. Whatever you are doing, be with the moment. Okay? When you become one with the moment, you are in reality meditating. Because what happens is, we may not be able to meditate for too long a time in Padmasana. But this way, when you are in the moment, you can be in the day in meditation. So for me, this meditation in motion is the right way of meditating.
All right.
Second, whenever you get time, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, wherever you are, sit down, shut your eyes and focus on your breath. You know, forget Kundalini, forget everything. I told you your breath has prana. Prana is your life force. Life force is the Devi, the goddess. The more you focus on the life force, the more the prana starts throbbing in you, everything happens. Spirituality, don't complicate it. Keep it simple, it's better. Yeah.
So, sir, thank you so much for the time, sir. The questions are going to keep rolling, but I do not wish to take your time again. We hope to have you again on
Okay.
Insta because we have many more questions coming. And thank you for sharing your experiences with us.
Thank you.
And I hope we will all benefit from your experience. Till we meet again, and I hope we can have you again. The honor of having you again on Insta Live because the questions are still rolling in. So I'll take the liberty to invite you again. Thank you once again. Thank you, audience. Stay
Okay, dear.
safe, everybody. Take care. Bye bye.
Yeah.
Jai Baba.